Warning: the Atari Creep YouTube channel is intended for a mature audience. Regardless of the subject matter, this video may contain strong language, simulated violence, and lots of psychological nudity. Viewer discretion is advised. Hey, what's up? Creepers and Geekers, Christy Atari Creep. How is everyone doing today? Want to learn some Latin? Say this with me, boys and girls. Repeat after me. Interruptus maximus ve victus humungus. That is the word of the day. So if you hear anyone say that, I want everyone to go, you remember Pee-wee's Playhouse? I know I fucking do. In fact, it was a disappointment. I loved Pee-wee's Great Adventure, and I saw Pee-wee's Playhouse was coming out, and it was what it was. But regardless, I've had this image on my computer for a long time, wanting to do a video. I think it's time. I think it's time that I finally figured out how I was going to approach this. I'm looking at this picture going, oh, wow. What a mechanical nightmare. What a monstrosity of 80s goodness all wrapped up in the same, what was it? They called it a mechanical asshole in the movie Christine. That's missing from this, but I'm wondering, how do I approach this video? And then light finally shines on Marblehead, as we say here in Boston. Why don't we dissect it, Chris, and pick out as many references as we can? So that's what I aim to do. And if there's anything that you feel that I missed, by all means, let me know down in the comments below. I may even point out a few shortcomings here and there. But let's get started with the platform. What the fuck was this thing made on? It was made on a Pontiac Fiero. And you don't get much 80s in a fucking Pontiac Fiero. I suppose it was made of a DeLorean. Then you got even a little bit more 80s. But the Fieros were just one of those cars that could not have existed in any other time period but the 1980s. A buddy of mine had an 86 Fiero. We graduated high school in 94. He had it around that time period. And even then I had a hard time getting in and out of cars. I wasn't the fat bastard I am today that you've grown to love and cuddle upon. Yeah. But we all knew that one fucking weirdo that had one of these things and got one of those fiberglass Lambo kits. Every now and again you see the Ferrari kit, but more times than not, it was a fucking Lambo kit. And it was just something off about it. It was the stupidest looking thing, but you fucking wanted one. At least I did. But so there you go. We start off with the Pontiac Fiero. So straight off the bat, wherever the hell that phrase comes from, right on the grill we see the DeLorean Motor Company badge on. I'm going to assume a fake grill. Now maybe it's functional, but it's popping up out and at an angle, which says to me it might just be more ornamental, decorative, part of the aesthetic, which I had to teach one of the girls what that meant yesterday. So there's some current events from my life for you, if you wanted to know. So we're talking about the DeLorean Back to the Future, and of course, if you follow down the side of the car, there's wires and all kinds of bits and bobs and doohickeys attached to it that also reference it. And going all the way to the ass of the car, you have the cooling vents and, of course, Mr. Fusion. Very well done. Very well done. A lot of these things are something that you could overdo very easily. And whoever did this did it very well. I mean, it's just enough to where you see the reference, but not so much it's in your face and it's making you want to vomit up fucking E.T. cereal. You know what I mean? So moving just above the grill, we have a light bar. We have the scanner bar from Knight Rider, K.I.T.T. It's funny, in one of my takes I said knit. So I started referencing that car as knit and crochet. It's Nemesis, you know. But we got a lot of references to Knight Rider here. We have, of course, the black. We have the light bar in the front. And the wheel covers, which I always called bowling ball covers. Bowling ball wheels as a kid. Now, I think they did something clever here. And please, again, correct me down below if I'm wrong with the wheels. I think there are two references to this. And we'll get to the second one here in a second. But so far we have what? The DeLorean from Back to the Future. We have Knight Rider. Now we got this red stripe going down the side of the car. Now at first my brain went Starsky and Hutch, but it's reversed. The Starsky and Hutch car is red with a white stripe. This I feel is referencing the A-Team van, the GMC A-Team van. That fucking thing was all black and had the big red stripe that went down the side and then jotted up in the rear. Very nice, subtle touch. And, of course, following that stripe, you come to the Ghostbusters logo. Very nice touch. Also, I'm probably going to say that a lot. Touch, touch, touch. I might be a registered 3-sex offender by the end of this video. just for saying touch way too much. And now I'm a poet. And so you get the Ghostbusters logo there, and if you look upon the roof rear of the car, you have the blue lights from Ecto-1. Now here is something in my brain I'm going back and forth on. Is that enough Ghostbusters? I mean, it's in your face, it's right there, you know it's there. But should they have had maybe a little bit more of the roof of the Ghostbusters car? Maybe not. Maybe it just wouldn't have looked good on here. Maybe you tried it. I mean, look at all the stuff you get in the back from the DeLorean, from the time machine. So, again, just enough to let you know it's there. Nice, subtle, very classy, done. If you want to say it's classy. So moving a little bit more forward on the roof, here's a very divisive topic, but nonetheless, I love the Dukes of Hazzard, and regardless if you think the flag should be on the roof or not, it's not a debate I want to hear down below. I will delete those comments. I'm just telling you straight up right now, I'll delete those comments. We're not here to talk political, racial, or religious kind of stuff. I just want to say that the General Lee is referenced as a result of the painting on the roof, and going back to the wheels. If I'm not mistaken, again, please correct me down below, because I really need to know. I guess I could just look at some pictures, right? But I don't think K.I.T.T had mags like that. I'm pretty sure that the black wheel covers covered the entire steel wheel. So I want to say those mags are also referenced in the General Lee. So you get kind of a double mashup on just the wheels alone. And if that's the case, what a clever motherfucker. Now, that's as far as I got. So let's recap. We have Knight Rider, we have Back to the Future, we have Ghostbusters, we have the General Lee, and we have A-Team van, the A-Team van. So a nice mix of both movie and television. One thing I think is missing, and I doubt people, and it's funny, I'd be curious to see how many people would get the reference. We don't have the Fall Guy truck. And how would you do that? The roll bar. Put the fucking roll bar on there. Just between the light and Mr. Fusion there, I think that would have been a nice touch. A nice small one. Don't put a gigantic one. Just enough to kind of hide behind the light bar. I think that would be amazing. I think that would look cool. There's a bajillion cars from pop culture, though, that we could jam into one. But I think this is a nice representation of 1980s automobile entertainment, if that's what you want to call it. I'm not necessarily seeing anything else here. Maybe I'm overthinking a few other things. I don't know. But let me know down below if I missed anything, if there's anything that you would add to this. I think it was just a clever idea. It's not something I would drive daily, and I'm pretty sure this individual doesn't either. I think they did a great job. But let's just face it, it's a nightmare on wheels. So guys, let me know what you think down in the comments below. Leave feedback, thumbs up, thumbs down, all feedback to the Creep is positive. Guys, thank you always so much for watching. I hope you had fun doing this with me. I don't remember where I got this. I probably got it on Google. Maybe it was a Facebook kind of thing. Just look it up. I'm sure you'll find it. Just search an 80s car mashup or Fiero. I don't know if you want to have this on your desktop or something like that, but I can't remember where I got it. So guys, I hope you're doing well. Have a fantastic rest of your week. We're at Hump Day. It's almost a weekend for you folks working 9 to 5 Monday through Friday, and I hope you get through it just fine. So until next time, take care, creep it real, and bye-bye.